Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Young and the Restless spoiler suggests Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, is about to propose to Claire Newman, Haley Aaron. She will likely say, yes. With that said, considering how upset Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, is at these two lovebirds, could she end up crashing their wedding in an act of revenge? Audra's target, the downfall of Claire. The Young and the Restless spoilers remind fans that Audra doesn't only have beef with Kyle at this point, but Claire as well. Especially since the Newman blew up her own relationship with Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, by telling him what she did in Nice, and her scheme with Victor Newman, Eric Braden. Still, even though Kyle fessed up to Claire about his kiss with Audra at Kane Ashby's, Billy Flynn's summer home, he still failed to disclose the entire story. The fact that he was only wearing a towel and smile, plus they were on his bed in his train car during said lip lock. This continues to be brought up in scenes, and Audra recently mentioned it to her bestie, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, too. Claire still doesn't know the whole story, and this could bite Kyle in the butt. In Genoa City, nothing is ever as simple as it seems, and when power players make their moves, hearts and alliances are shattered in the process. The latest storm brewing on the Young and the Restless centers on Audra Charles, a woman who has proven time and again that she is as calculating as she is ambitious. Early teasers and speculation suggest Audra has set her sights on something very specific and very dangerous: the relationship between Kyle Abbott and Claire Grace. For weeks, fans have watched sparks fly and cracks appear, and now the buzz is growing louder that Audra's target is none other than Claire, the pairing that has drawn equal parts support and suspicion. If Audra has her way, the downfall of Claire may be one of the most explosive storylines the soap delivers this year, and the fallout could spread far beyond Kyle and Claire themselves. Audra has never been a woman to play small. Since arriving in Genoa City, she has maneuvered through business empires and romantic entanglements with a confidence that borders on arrogance. She knows her worth, she knows her power, and she knows how to weaponize both to get what she wants. In Kyle Abbott, she sees not only a former flame, but a man of privilege torn between family obligations and personal desires. In Claire Grace, she sees vulnerability and uncertainty, the marks of someone still fighting to find her place in the world after years of trauma and manipulation at the hands of Jordan. To Audra, this combination is irresistible. Two people fumbling through attraction and identity ripe for disruption. The target is clear. If she can destroy Claire, she eliminates competition, secures leverage, and once again positions herself as the woman holding the cards. For Kyle, the entanglement with Claire has been complicated from the beginning. As Jack Abbott's son, Kyle has spent much of his adult life trying to carve out his independence, while never straying too far from the pull of the family name. His marriage this summer imploded under the weight of mistrust and betrayal, and his attempt to move on has left fans divided. Some see his interest in Claire as a fresh start, while others see it as reckless, a dangerous connection to a woman still rebuilding after one of the darkest pasts in soap history. Claire has fought hard to prove that she is not the same person who once acted under Jordan's toxic influence. Her journey toward redemption has been one of the most emotionally resonant arcs on the show, giving fans reason to root for her. Together, Claire represents the possibility of something new and raw in Genoa City, a romance built on mutual understanding and second chances. But for every second chance, there is someone waiting to snatch it away. Enter Audra. Audra's motives are never one-dimensional. She thrives on power plays that serve multiple purposes at once. Targeting Claire allows her to hit Kyle where it hurts by destabilizing his personal life, and to hit Claire by exploiting her fragile sense of self. Audra knows how to manipulate insecurities, and she knows that both Kyle and Claire carry plenty. Kyle wrestles with being perpetually underestimated despite his Abbott pedigree, while Claire wrestles with guilt and doubt that she will ever be free of her past. If Audra can widen those cracks, the foundation of Claire will crumble. Spoilers suggest that she may use whispers, half-truths, and strategic seductions to drive a wedge between them, leaving them questioning one another instead of trusting each other. In the world of soap's, perception is often more dangerous than reality, and Audra has mastered the art of spinning perceptions into weapons. The looming downfall of Claire also ties into larger story arcs running through Genoa City. The Abbotts are once again navigating corporate battles at Jabot, with Tucker McCall lurking in the wings, and Ashley's mental health struggles pulling the family in multiple directions. Kyle has always found himself at the crossroads of business and family loyalty, and this week could see those pressures collide with his personal life. Claire's integration into the Newman orbit has also left her vulnerable to manipulation. While Victoria and Nick may want to believe in her rehabilitation, there are always whispers that she cannot be fully trusted. If Audra exposes or fabricates cracks in Claire's redemption story, the Newman family could be pulled into the drama as well. Suddenly, the downfall of Claire is not just about a relationship ending, it is about Abbott versus Newman tensions reigniting with Audra as the instigator. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is the way it blends romance, intrigue, and corporate warfare. Audra has positioned herself as a player in all three arenas. She is as comfortable closing boardroom deals as she is stealing kisses in dimly lit corners. Her target on Claire is not just about jealousy or spite. It is a strategic move in a larger game where controlling hearts can be just as valuable as controlling companies. Viewers know that in Genoa City, love and business are always intertwined, and that the destruction of romance often has ripple effects across entire families. If Claire falls apart, Jabot could face instability, the Newmans could close ranks, and Audra could swoop in to seize opportunity from the chaos. Fans online are already divided in their reactions. Some are eager to see Audra shake things up, believing that Kyle and Claire lack the chemistry or stability to go the distance. Others are furious at the thought of Claire losing her chance at happiness so soon after her redemption arc gained traction. Social media debates rage daily with hashtags like hashtag Team Claire and hashtag Audra Knows Best trending in fan circles. The intensity of these debates proves that the storyline has struck a nerve. Soap audiences thrive on conflict, and Audra's bold targeting of Claire ensures that every episode will deliver the kind of emotional fireworks fans crave. As for Kyle and Claire themselves, the real question is whether their bond is strong enough to withstand Audra's schemes. Kyle has a history of self-sabotage, particularly when it comes to matters of the heart. His inability to fully commit, combined with his tendency to seek validation in the wrong places, has doomed past relationships. Claire, meanwhile, is still learning how to trust others and herself. If Audra manages to convince her that Kyle is untrustworthy or manipulative, the fragile trust they have built could disintegrate. Yet soaps also thrive on surprises, and it is possible that Audra's meddling could push Claire closer together, forcing them to confront their insecurities and prove their love against the odds. The beauty of this storyline is that it could go either way, keeping fans guessing until the last moment. The performances driving this arc cannot be ignored. Zuleika's silver portrayal of Audra has injected the canvas with charisma and unpredictability. She plays Audra as a woman who is unapologetically ambitious, unapologetically sexual, and unapologetically ruthless. Michael Mealer as Kyle brings the right blend of charm and vulnerability, while Haley Aaron as Claire delivers performance layered with fragility and strength. Watching these three actors collide in high-stakes emotional battles promises to be must-see television. In the broader scope of The Young and the Restless, this storyline reflects one of the soap's enduring themes: the clash between legacy and ambition. Kyle carries the Abbott legacy on his shoulders. Claire seeks to redefine her legacy away from Jordan's influence, and Audra is determined to build a legacy of her own by any means necessary. Their collision is inevitable, and their choices will reverberate through Genoa City's families, businesses, and romances. The downfall of Claire may be the headline, but the subtext is about power, identity, and the eternal soap opera question: how far will someone go to get what they want? As early spoilers and speculation build anticipation, one thing is clear. Audra's target on Claire is not just a fleeting plot twist, but a long-term arc with the potential to reshape Genoa City's power dynamics. Whether she succeeds in destroying the couple or inadvertently strengthens them in the process, the journey will be filled with deception, passion, heartbreak, and triumph. The downfall of Claire may not be a clean break, but a messy unraveling that leaves scars on everyone involved. And in true soap fashion, those scars will fuel the next chapter of drama, ensuring that Genoa City remains the most unpredictable and addictive town on daytime television. Audra's vengeance. Audra seems focused on Claire's downfall. Even before the Nate thing, she hates the fact that Kyle got the better of her niece, and knowing that he not only scored Victor's approval, but is marrying Claire will only heighten Audra's bitterness. Even though Audra dug herself into this hole, she still blames Kyle for losing her Vibrante funding. And now she blames Claire for losing the love of her life. It's easy to see Audra bursting into Claire and Kyle's wedding just as the priest announces if anyone objects to this holy union. If Audra realizes there's a missing piece that Claire doesn't know about what happened between her and Kyle in the south of France, she'll have no issue crashing the nuptials to set Claire straight and finally blow up their romance, as she originally intended to do. When it comes to power players in Genoa City, few names strike more intrigue these days than Audra Charles, a woman who has consistently shown that she is willing to do whatever it takes to climb the ladder of success and cut down anyone who dares stand in her way. Early buzz for the weeks ahead points to a fiery new arc that can only be summed up in 2 words: Audra's vengeance. This is not just another scheme or another casual flirtation with betrayal. This is a calculated mission, a storm building inside one of the most ambitious women, on the young and the restless. Viewers who have watched Audra maneuver her way into boardrooms, bedrooms, and battle lines know that she is not someone who lashes out blindly. Vengeance for Audra is precise, sharp, and devastating. When she sets her sights on payback, she does it in a way that shakes not just individuals, but entire families and empires. The seeds of Audra's vengeance have been planted over months of betrayal, rejection, and simmering resentment. She has been underestimated by the abbots, toyed with by Tucker McCall, and dismissed by rivals who fail to see the scope of her ambition. Time and again, Audra has proven that she is more than a supporting player in other people's games. She is a strategist, a visionary, and above all, a survivor. When she smiles, it is rarely out of joy. It is a calculated move amassed to conceal the fire burning underneath. Now spoilers hint that her patience has run out, and she is ready to strike back harder than ever before. Vengeance in soaps is never a straightforward path. It is layered with emotional stakes, unexpected twists, and collateral damage that reaches far beyond the original target. For Audra, the path of vengeance likely weaves through multiple arenas of Genoa City life. In the business world, she still has her eyes on Jabot and Newman Media, both of which represent power positions she feels she has been denied or cheated out of. In the realm of romance, her tangled history with Kyle Abbott leaves a wound that may never fully heal, and her fury could easily be directed at both Kyle and Claire Grace as they try to forge something new together. In the realm of family politics, her association with Tucker and the Newmans means she has access to information and leverage that others can only dream of. The brilliance of Audra's vengeance is that it will not be confined to one battlefield. It will bleed into every corner of Genoa City. The heart of this arc may lie in Audra's decision to no longer simply react to betrayal, but to orchestrate it. For too long, she has been forced into the role of proving herself to powerful men or fending off those who see her as a temporary distraction. Now the tables are turning. If spoilers and fan speculation are to be believed, Audra will soon become the aggressor, setting traps that expose weaknesses in the Abbotts, the Newmans, and even Tucker himself. Her vengeance is not just personal. It is professional mission to rewrite the balance of power in Genoa City. Every scene dripping with her calculated charm will hide daggers waiting to plunge into the backs of those who thought they could outsmart her. One of the most likely flashpoints for Audra's vengeance is her history with Kyle Abbott. Their fiery fling ended in bitterness, with Kyle retreating to family loyalty and newer romances, while Audra was left with yet another rejection. But Audra does not take rejection lightly. To her, Kyle is not just an ex-lover, but a symbol of the entitled Abbott family that has always assumed their name is enough to protect them. Spoilers suggest Audra may begin targeting Kyle's weaknesses, hitting him where it hurts most: his career, his heart, and his sense of identity. If she can destabilize Kyle and make him question his choices, she can indirectly destabilize Jabot, a company she has long wanted to bend to her will. Claire Grace may find herself caught in the crossfire, as well her budding romance with Kyle, making her an easy mark for Audra's schemes. For a woman like Audra, vengeance is not complete until she destroys both the man who wronged her and the woman he chose over her. But Kyle and Claire are not the only ones in her sights. Tucker McCall remains a volatile figure in her orbit. Their past partnership was both romantic and professional, but Tucker's manipulative tendencies and his constant betrayals left scars. If Audra sees him as a liability rather than an asset, her vengeance could turn inward, destroying one of her closest allies in order to prove that she does not need him to succeed. Such a move would not only cripple Tucker, but also send shockwaves through his complicated ties with Ashley Abbott and Devin Hamilton. Once again, Audra's vengeance would extend far beyond a single relationship, weaving into family and business drama alike. In targeting her enemies, Audra will also need to contend with the Newmans. Her connection to them has always been a double-edged sword. While she is occasionally aligned with their power, her independence and ambition make her a constant threat to Victor and Nikki's empire. Spoilers hint that if Audra makes one wrong move, she could find herself locked in a dangerous battle with the most powerful family in Genoa City. Yet knowing Audra, her vengeance may be crafted in such a way that she uses Newman's secrets to shield herself from their wrath or to pit them against one another. Few things in soaps are as satisfying as watching a character exploit rivalries within a family dynasty, and Audra has the intelligence to pull it off. The larger question fans are asking is whether Audra's vengeance will consume her or elevate her. In Genoa City, vengeance can be both a weapon and a poison. For some characters, it leads to temporary satisfaction before backfiring spectacularly. For others, it cements them as icons of power and resilience. Audra's path could go either way. If she succeeds in toppling rivals, she could cement her place as the ultimate power player, the woman who stood up to Abbott's, Newmans, and McCall's alike. But if she goes too far, she risks alienating any remaining allies and leaving herself vulnerable to a counterstrike. That tension, the fine line between victory and self-destruction, is what makes her arc so captivating. Online chatter has already begun dissecting every move Audra makes. Fans debate whether she is destined to become the next great soap villainess in the vein of Phyllis Summers, or if she is better suited as a tragic antihero whose quest for vengeance ultimately destroys her. Some root for her to succeed, tired of seeing the same legacy families dominate every storyline. Others dread the idea of her dismantling couples and companies they have come to love. That split reaction is a testament to how effective Audra has been as a character. She is not designed to be universally loved. She is designed to shake things up, to push buttons, and to ensure that no one in Genoa City feels safe. The performances behind the storyline are equally essential. Zuleika Silver has brought Audra to life with a mix of charisma, sensuality, and ruthless intelligence. She knows how to hold the camera's gaze, making viewers lean in to catch every subtle smirk or icy glare. When she plots revenge, it feels both glamorous and terrifying. Her work alongside veterans like Peter Bergman, Eric Braeden, and Eileen Davidson has proven she can hold her own against soap legends while carving out her own legacy. With vengeance as her driving force, Silver has the material to deliver powerhouse performances that could define Audra's place in the show for years to come. As this arc builds, the ripple effects will likely touch every major storyline. Jabot could face new instability. Newman Media could fall into chaos. Kyle and Claire's romance could be tested. Tucker's fate could hang in the balance. Even characters seemingly unrelated to Audra could be drawn in as pawns in her elaborate schemes. That is a true mark of successful soap villainess. Her actions reverberate far beyond her immediate circle, creating drama that sustains the canvas for months on end. Ultimately, Audra's vengeance is about more than settling scores. It is about rewriting the rules of Genoa City power. For too long, the same names have controlled the chessboard. Audra is not content to play along. She wants to flip the board entirely to prove that she is not just a temporary disruptor, but a permanent force. Whether she succeeds or fails, one truth remains clear. Her vengeance will change the landscape of the young and the restless in ways that no one can ignore.